Hi, welcome back to danducation. It's me, Dan. You probably didn't recognize me because of my painted nails. So today, we're gonna look at the weird world of time warping. Can we do the thingy?
Yeah, sick.
Don't you think that music today sounds too fast and hi-fi and bright and other things that I'm going to address in this video? Yeah, you bet it does. So today I'm going to show you how to just slow everything down.
A little bit more. A little bit more. Too much.
But yeah, let's get to it. Alrighty, so what we're going to do is just get the mixed version of our complete track. It doesn't have to be that, but that's how I like to use this technique. And we're going to pull it directly into our session here. I've got a whole bunch of other things I was working on. Don't worry about those. This is my song Chris Rock, you might know. This is actually the original demo version of the track. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn on warping. I'm using Ableton. You don't have to use Ableton, but I don't know how to do this in other DAWs because I'm a really bad teacher. Anyway, we don't want all this nonsense, so we're just going to get this all fixed up. Okay, so we've got our track all set up here. I'm a bit of a numpty, so you might just have to play around and get it working properly in your way. But the key thing here, and this would apply in other situations as well, is to make sure that whatever time stretching or beat stretching algorithm you're using is pitch based. In Ableton it's called repitch, and all we're going to do is just make sure the track doesn't have any other weird markers going on, and we're going to take the track, take the very end of the track, we'll just turn it on so you can hear it. This is the original key, by the way, and in the final version of the track I actually have it down a semitone. And so the way we're going to do that is we're just going to stretch the track out until it's at the key that we want. Now, on my hi-fi VHS equipment here, you probably won't notice it as much. It's a bit subtle. You'd need a really good record player to hear this, but not only has it gotten slower in pitch, or slower in tempo, and lower in pitch, but it's also gotten slightly warmer in tone, because what we're doing is stretching out the audio waves, and when that happens, the high frequencies that are really fast slow down. And so, yeah, as well as getting lower in pitch and slower in tempo, it also gets warmer. Probably most noticeable on my voice if I stop talking. So that's the lower pitch. That's the higher pitch. It sounds like lower and fuller and a bit warmer. This was most famously employed by the Beatles, also by Mac DeMarco in a lot of cases. It's good fun. But that's step one. Let me show you the other fun part of what we're doing here. Okay, so step two is where this gets really fun. You can make it sound like your track is being played back on a wonky tape machine with a really bad motor. Again, I'm not too sure how to do this in other DAWs, but in Ableton, the way you do this is by automating the tempo. And because the track itself is being sort of speed modulated by a repitching algorithm rather than like a slicing algorithm, when you modulate the tempo, it actually changes the pitch at the same time. So in the same way as when we were dragging it around, what actually happens when you automate the tempo is the whole track will slow down, and it will also change in pitch at the same time. So let's go really extreme here just so you can see what happens. I'm going to change it from 120 all the way down to 80. That's not the actual tempo, that's just the tempo of this particular session file. I think it would be around 140 going down to 100 or so for the actual track itself. But just have a listen to this. Wow, that's really funky. This is exactly what I used to do when I worked in a recording studio. I was an intern there, and my whole job was to get coffee and when they were recording a session, poke the reels of the tape machine so it slowed down. Really fun. Now obviously you don't have to go this extreme, but in the actual finished version of the track itself, I used this for a few different effects. One was to do the kind of ducking thing that you heard there, but also, if we go to the guitar solo in the track, I actually slowed the whole track down when it gets to the solo to kind of make it feel like the track is pulling back a bit in tempo and then pushing forward again. Really fun. Very subtle, but really changes the character of the track. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Thanks, Dan, from that segment. That was really cool. I hope you found this really useful. Maybe you can try it out in your music. There's so many fun things you can do that you just like. They're little things that you don't think about, but they make a big difference. Anyway, see you next time.